Hello and welcome to Oblivion Corner. Today I'm talking about the Octatrack. It's right there. Let's start by looking at how it got started. I'm not absolutely sure about this, but let's check out this reenactment. You seem lost in this frightful weather. The weather is horrible. I'm freezing to death. Do come in and take shelter. Well, thank you, Your Grace. Come away from this frightful weather in this very safe chamber of parameter locks. I will accept your very kind offer for shelter. Okay, so I hear you thinking, wait, this is complete nonsense. But let me hit you with 3 facts about the Octatrack. The slogans that Electron was using at the launch of the Octatrack and around that time, if I remember correctly, were all about the machine having soul, or the analog heart, digital brain, or digital soul, or analog soul, and so on. So I find those slogans highly suspect. I think that they prove that the Octatrack has the souls of unwitting Swedish peasants stuck in the device, allegedly. You might say, parameter locks existed before the Octatrack, and to you I say, wrong timeline. This is the Dark Trinity timeline. If you're talking about the machine drum and the mono machine, that's the Y2K silver timeline. It's not the right video for you. Have you read the manual? It is the most puzzling text that could only have been written by some medieval monks who were trying to hide the meaning of life. And 3, this may be the most damning fact that shows that the Octatrack is in fact an infernal device that came from the depths of the Middle Ages. There was a guide written in plain English to understand the Octatrack and how it works, written by none other than Merlin. It's Merlin's guide to the Octatrack. Now answer me this. Why would Merlin need to write about the Octatrack if it didn't come from the Middle Ages? Let's take a closer look at the Octatrack. I think it's a device that demands the user's faith in its process. You go into it without really knowing what's going to come out of it. And that's really, for me, the magic of the Octatrack. Once you trust in its way of working, I found that I can make music that I would in no way make with a DAW, like Ableton, for example. And I'll put up some examples. I'll put links, everywhere and anywhere of the tracks that I've made with the Octatrack. In fact, I took it on a trip to Miami, a crazy trip to Miami, and I sampled a bunch of synths and drum machines of a friend's studio down there, and I came up with 3 tracks, which I like to call the Miami Trilogy. But without the Octatrack, I wouldn't have been able to make those tracks. So yeah, right now the Octatrack is the brain of my hardware stack. So it sends clock and transport to the analog 4, it sequences the JV880, and it samples sounds from everywhere, whether it's from the hardware or from software. And it's often what I start with when I'm making a new track in hardware. Now, when I got the Octatrack, I was basically blown away by the demos that Cenk did using it for a live performance. I mean, that man is basically a wizard with Electron devices. And so I saw that performance and I was like, wow, this seems like a really interactive way of making music and completely kind of removed from the software-based music production that I had been used to up to that point. Little did I know that to achieve the sort of the virtuosity of Cenk and other people who use the Octatrack at that level, they're almost like high performance athletes basically in the electron world. You really need to practice, and you really need to put a lot of thought into the performances. And I think I conflated the composition part with the performance part. So nowadays I use the Octatrack really more as a compositional device. So I don't use all the features at the same time. I use primarily the sampler and the MIDI sequencer, and I use that to make tracks to produce tracks. I'm not looking to perform with it live. In the future, maybe I will, but I found that when I tried to do that when I first got it, I really wanted to put together a live performance that I could film and share and all of that. That just led to frustration for me. So nowadays, I use it as a solely music production, music composition device, and I'm having fun with it, and that's the important thing. So thank you so much for watching today. A little bit of a different video, and I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that the style of this video was very much inspired by the Camera Conspiracies channel, and I'll link to it somewhere. I just wanted to make something a little bit more fun today. I'm going to put out some more videos in the coming weeks. I don't know yet the exact topics, but it's either going to be some more synth stuff, some photography stuff, or maybe like a music top 10. So watch out for those, and please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Until next time, have a good one.